So one of the first trips back here when I bought the property with the forestry team, one of the foresters said, "Hey, that's a wolf tree." And I said, "Well, gosh, I've never heard of a wolf tree. I know maple, I know oak, I know beech, I know yada yada." And he said, "Well, a wolf tree is not a species of tree. A wolf tree can be any species." He said the situation that arises is in the 1800s when the first settlers came and cleared this forest, and then they fenced it in and let it, turn into pasture for their livestock, their pigs, their cows, etc. They would leave a handful of trees around so that there was shade for the livestock. And so what happens over time, this tree doesn't compete with all the other trees in the forest, so it has a much wider crown than everything else around it.
Yeah, you can really see that right there where it like a finger.
Yes.
Crowns right there. See that? Yeah,
because
this is an excellent one.
They weren't struggling to grow up; they could grow out too.
Right.
Whereas everything else around you see goes straight for 50 feet before it branches out. The other thing, you can tell this tree is 2 to 3 times larger in diameter than anything around us. Yeah. So they said if you're ever in a forest and you see a tree that's just abnormally large like this, that's a wolf tree. The other situation besides the pasturing effect would be if you have a tree like this on a property line and nobody wants to argue, well, is it really my tree? It's within 2 feet of the property line. So when somebody comes in to log their property, they typically don't log within 10 feet of either side of the assumed property line. So a lot of times your biggest, most mature trees in a forest will also be property line trees. But this is a true white oak and probably one of the biggest trees in the whole forest. And the forester did say he thought this was about a 250-year-old tree. So kind of neat to think that this was a seedling in 1775. So.
Yeah, wow.